Top morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the What If Battles in between two most high villains, but they are Zuko. On the right, the one where Toga's at, is Zuko version of Toxon. Yeah. And in the other corner, for his opponent, he has 4 limbs, but each one is Elementor Zuko. Yeah. As a now, let's head, because one person in the comments asked me, what was Toxon's suit made out of? Well, my guess is better than anyone's. Sorry. For Zuko's suit was actually created from different metals, like vibranium, or like some metal that could handle liquid things, like that. I don't know what his suit is, so yeah. And for Elementor Zuko, some people ask me for more of him to be in the next video. But yeah, so how do we get them to fight each other, you may ask? Well, that's easy. I should have just did a poll of what if they should be in. But I'll just do one. Let's say Elementor Zuko got teleported into Toxon Zuko, or what if Deku became Toxon's universe? As, yeah, Toxon Hun Zuko is basically he was hanging out with his wife, Toga, taking care of the kids, and doing the pro heroes. Or like, Toga was a pro hero. And yeah, Zuko was a pro hero too, but he cares about his wife more. And so and if you haven't seen any of those videos of Zuko became Elementor, go check it out. Or so they basically almost had the same backstory of how they got their powers. So one mission, or actually when Toxon and Toga were, or I'll just say Toxon because saying the full name of Zuko Toxon was a little bit destroys my voice. Yeah, so Toxon could feel a weird aura. But Toga thought he was crazy, more than her. So she asked, "What's wrong, Zuko, babe?" "Well, something's telling me that it's..." As Zuko, I'm gonna go check it out. As a portal, here. Hold on, give me a moment. Hold on, not. Let's say a portal opens up at the desert. Or not desert, the Deku Beach. So, yeah. So he flies over and sees some weird creature. He flies down, or he radios it in. As a Toga says, "I'll be right there." As she's hanged up the phone, as she knows that it hasn't been action in a while, so she ends up running because, or actually, Toxon was fast enough, so he picked her up, flies her all the way over. So then, yeah, but when they saw was a weird creature that looks more like a villain. As, yeah, as when they fly down, as Zuko, who walks up. Nope, sorry, you don't need to see that because this one's not important. So Zuko became the yeah. So Toga says, "Who is that villain?" I don't know, but as Elementor Zuko turns around, as he says, or Toxon says, "Who are you?" as a man turns around, "Me, I am Elementor." My full name is Elementor Zuko. As that caught both of them off guard. As Toga says, that's physically impossible. There should be only one Hanzuko. As Zuko, or Toxon Zuko, says, "I'm the real Zuko, not you, you poser." as he shoots the goo stuff of like what Toxon did. And the he says, huh, as he transforms into his true form. As he turns into air to reflect that attack back at him. It was just as he says, huh, you're the poser. I don't like him. As they both, or as he transforms into earth and then fire, as Toxon is getting beaten up real bad. So, as he says, as something clicks in his head of what, as Toga runs over, as she tells him that the and I don't want you to die here, not now. Remember the kids. I won't die here. I wasn't even planning to. As he was like, as Elementor runs, or like Elementor uses his like wind to fly aim around, as Toga calls in reinforcements, as she says, we have a big problem. We need someone with, as Toga, we need someone with a like speed and all of it. As they actually never heard, or it's been a long time since they like, but a panic of the Toga's voice means it's just so serious. As Toga, or as Ochako says, what's wrong, please? Well, Zuko's down, but the villain called himself Elementor, is escaping from us. As Zuko, who, as he says that the I will not allow, as he does like his usual thing, as he walks up or runs, or actually he does that like, flies with Toga, as she's used to him flying with her, or she's used to her flying with him. As he says, and as as both of them tells Zook, or no, both of them tells the news reporters to get away from here. He has airbending abilities. So, yeah, Zuko, who understands that. So does the news reporters. So they go. Togo loves it when he takes charge. Orange. Yeah. And their kid, or actually, when he says, ready for round 2, he poses as a Elementor turns around as he says, "You're the poser," as he shoots deadly blades out. As he says, I think he's just a copycat. As something tells him that as he knows something weird. As when he first saw the portal open, it looked like a teleporter machine. Yeah. Like someone had a teleporting quirk. As he thinks, there's only one person that I could think about that can have a same thing. Unless as he used a device to teleport somewhere to here. As he says, stay here to and make sure to get civilians out of here before her. Okay? As he flies up to the Elementor, is that your name? As a wind, as Zuko Elementor turns around, as he says, yes, but that's not my full name. I'm Elementor Zuko, or Zuko Elementor. You're on my planet, or you're on my Earth. I do not like when, as then he realized or actually Toxon realized, as he quietly thinks to himself, if that's true, as it dawns on both of them, or it dawns on the Toxon Zuko and tells him that this is in your world. It's not your Earth. It's my Earth. Did you teleport from your world into mine and thought my world was yours? As Elementor looks at him, confused, as he thought it was the guy's trap, as he sat down instead, as he says, well, I forgot to ask you who you are. As Toxon says, I'm Toxon Zuko, is my name. Huh. As Zuko, or Elementor Zuko, calms down, he transforms back into his human form. His human form! And told him everything. Like, he was on this one mission that there was this, like, portals opening up, that some guy had a, like, teleports to the multiverse powers. He was trying to stop it, but ends up getting trapped in his world. As Toxon says, okay, tell me more. As Toxon sat down with him, as Toga was with him, as she asks, like, so you're alternate Zuko, right? As Elementor says yes. And instead of like numbers of the universe, it's the world's, or no, it's a what if as the title. So it's, he says, I came from the what if Deku became Elementor, her universe. As the military comes out of nowhere and shoots the Elementor, as Zuko or Toxon uses a wall, as he says, easy boys and girls. We have a true enemy. Isn't that right, Elementor Zuko? As they're confused of why, but Toga explains that when they first arrived, or when Zuko arrived, or Elementor arrived, the Toxon and saw a portal as a dark cloud forms. As Toxon says, was it you that called those clouds? No. Actually, it wasn't. Wasn't me this time. But then Elementor remembers that that guy's power or teleport into different multiverse. He came to hear. As a big bad guy, as he says, your world is destroyed. Not really. But he, as Elementor and Toxon looked at each other and shakes their heads to work as one team. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. So a villain was basically this big bad guy that looks like All for One, but he looks like he looks like he looks like Dredd from Max Steel, I think. I don't know if I said that name right. So, yeah. So, the villains, or actually, Zuko works together as, He used, of course, Zuko used his own oil version, like, when or actually, in order to win this round for for both worlds, we must fuse together. As Toxon agrees, these men work as one, as they both like. You know that image where they both like, or all the Elementors, or like Elementor and the Metal Elementor fuse together, like to create the four-armed big bad? Yeah, like metal. Yeah. So Zuko, or both Zukus, or one ultra linked with them cells. So basically, so now it's Toxon on. I don't know how to say it, but it is like a fusion of Toxon and the Elementor into one body, and his armor is now stronger than any material in the entire universe. Yeah. It could handle fire, it could handle water, it could handle lava, it could handle everything. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say the name. It is stronger than any material. I call it infinity material. So yeah, Zuko as a big bad's like, this is too easy. As the Zuko, or both Zukus that fuse into one, says, we'll make it 3 times as hard for you, villain. As he starts uppercutting the villain, grabbing him by the throat, throwing him around, as Toxon inside of his head inside of the, and tells, the Elementor to aim it away from the city because he has a little sister that or little daughter to go to there. And he says, and they both sends him as he's pounding down on the villain that as Zuko or as Toga is cheering him on. Everyone is cheering both of them on. As he says that I don't know what universe you came from, or I don't even know your name. He says, as he was he looked more like what Bakugo mixed with a lizard looks like. So Zuko ends up, or both Zuko's wins against the lizard version. So because the lizard world was dead, so basically Zuko or Toxon version used a needle or his own blade as a needle, went into lizard's skin, copies the DNA. So as him sends him flying out of the water. As he says, as they both unlinked. As Toga runs up to Toxon, gives him a hug, and says, "We did it." It was a miscommunication between me and the Elementor. As the Elementor says, we both agree. As Toxon asks, "What was your world like?" Well, I'm kind of stuck here, so my world used to be, or I know how you felt, between you and Toga, but on my planet, or on my Earth, in what it Deku became Elementor. So you were married too, right? As he smiles, he was married to Ochako, or I am, but not in this world. I was married in, as Toga couldn't believe that, but she knows that it's the alternate version of him, so she lets it slide. So she doesn't as her or the entire Class 1A wanted to know all about the one that he came from. As he says, well, it's basically the same thing as this world. There's nothing really happens. And of course, he says, when I was a kid, before I had my powers, I fell into this chemical bath called Ultralinks. Interesting. As all the Class 1A and 1B and the Pro Heroes wanted to know that. So, Toxon decides to, because there's one remote that Lizard Dude dropped from his pants, but something bothers him more as he thinks, why does that guy's face reminds me of someone? As Bakugo in that alternate timeline walks up, or actually Zuko or Elementor says he's probably Bakugo from a lizard. What if not Deku? What if My Hero Academia became lizards? And maybe the Bakugo, or maybe that looked like Bakugo because okay? Yeah. Don't overthink things, eh? As Toga walks over. Yeah, she understands that as in order to keep, so he decides, or Toxon decides to create a portal, or actually he tells Elementor that there's as Toxon knows where it is, because he kind of when he hangs there, or when he's not hanging around with Toga, he sometimes swims in the ocean to find some fresh minerals. As he found, or as he dives in, he found it. As he picks it up, puts it in a or not Ziploc bag, but into, as he says, my hypothesis is right. It should be this. As he redestructs it, basically rebuilds it, and as his goons, goons, gets him the materials that he needs, wrenches and to redesigning it. There we go. The fresh as new. As he needs a test subject. As the goon says, I'll be with it. As he says, okay. He opens the portal, Izuku, or as the goon steps through, as it made it through, he basically dried it, and like he dried every single part and put it back together. He had blueprints right off the bat, so he says, where would you be? It's waterproof, so waterproof. I see. As they talk, or as them asked, why did you attack our planet thing, or our universe? Tell us before we make you. As Toxon shows up, how long has he been like this? As Toga, or Tenya and Ochako says, it's been a while, so how about... So, Elementor was sitting at a beach, not doing anything. He's just relaxing. As Zuko says, Tenya, or no, Todoroki, or no, Toga ends up visiting with Elementor to get know him better. So yeah, Zuko, or so Toga is like visiting with him. So he says, you're more cooperative than in my world. In my world, you're just a crazy villain that just like slices everyone. Huh. Really? But how... I know that you're not Toxon, but you both share the same genetic. So both of ya. How do you feel about your... Do you miss your family? Well, yeah. A couple days have passed, so basically, then Toxon tells Zuko, or no, Zuko tells Lizard Boy that if he doesn't confess of why he's going to planet to planet to planet, and or multiverse to multiverse, and he will make sure that he won't go home. As a lizard man looks up at him and says, my home's dead. As, yeah. So, Zuko says, well, what did you want? As Bakugo says, it was to bring my world back to life. I need a key element to go home. What key element do you need? Sludge. I may help you with that. As he makes one full load of sludge that could basically, yeah, as he says, wow, you really are a reasonable guy, aren't you? Yeah. And in the What If My Hero Academia Was Lizards is basically is the same thing, but everyone's like same thing as Zuko or as Bakugo over here. Everyone has scales on their necks, all over their body. Like that. Yeah. So then Elementor says, okay. As he figures that, or actually, so, yeah. Zuko tells him that you and I should know our separate ways, friend. But we'll meet again in the near future. As they both like bro fist each other's, we will. We'll be 100%. As they both like, as he goes back to his universe and Toxon stays in his universe. So yeah, or as Toga, like now it's little crimes going on. Yeah. As he still has that device that allows him to teleport. So, yeah, Zuko ends up, of course, the Ochako was married to Bakugo, and yeah, and that, and what if Deku became, yeah, that. But in the alternate timeline, that what if Zuko became Elementor, Ochako stays with him. Like, she didn't care about who would or how he would do. So yeah, in between Ochako and Toga from two different timelines said the exact same thing. Where, or actually, Toga knows where he's have been. As Ochako says, "Where have you been, husband or Elementor?" As he says, "Well, sorry it took so long, but I'll tell you in a later date." So yeah. So then the mission was completed. So then Ochako, giggles to herself that she wants some info when they are in, or because she's in that mood. Yeah, she's in that mood of doing the deed. Because she already has a child with him once. Or so she ends up doing it again. To just try to convince him about something. So yeah, then Zuko finally confessed about he got teleported into a universe where he became a whatever. Yeah. So this is the end of the what if battles. And yes, do you like this little like poster thing? It's supposed to represent like a movie, like Toxon versus Elementor. One night only. Yeah, so yeah, Zuko basically became that. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things. And yeah, if you guys want me to do or redo the Toxon or which fighter do you choose? Do hashtag team in Toxon or do hashtag team Elementor? Because in the comments, let's see if who would win in the comments below. So